Hello, hello. This is a Pup in the Life, and we are recording in the car. So let us know if the quality of the recording is good, anyways, which we hope. So, in this episode today, we are gonna talk about something that popped up recently because of mom's first angel investment, but we're probably gonna talk about it in the coming episodes. And she's serving as an advisor in other companies, but that counts as a co-founder mainly. So I wouldn't say she was an angel investor in that, but she angel invested. Yay! So this angel investment had something connected to it, which is, of course, with every investment that is respectable and respectful of the founder as well, has an investment thesis. Now, we are going to use this podcast to talk about the importance of an investment thesis. Once you organize investments and you actually also are looking for investments, which is the main thing that is for the most people that listen to this podcast, but it can also be something that's going to be useful for anyone who is actually looking for ways to invest their money and or their time. It's just a matter of investing, really, which is not just the money, is investing your resources. So imagine that you are in the shoes of, okay, so how do I use my free time with a hobby that maybe in the future will create myself new skills? And so there might be not a clear way to pick hobbies, but mom has one, actually. I was developing one. But this is also something that we might take into consideration. So we're using the example of VC funds and angel investors just because it's easier to explain like that. But please apply this to anything that you think can be something related to investment. So an investment thesis is actually, simply put, the way you invest your money. So imagine that your investment thesis might sound like, I'm gonna invest only in the things I understand. So for example, the things that I have experience in, and that don't go beyond my comfort zone, and maybe in teams that have at least, for example, one female founder, or diverse teams. Okay. Another investment thesis might be, okay, I'm gonna just invest in companies that are making more than 1 million in yearly revenue, that are post product market fit, and that are producing, I don't know, hardware. Imagine. Okay. So investment thesis is important because if you think about approaching, so from a founder angle, from somebody who is actually looking for money, resources, whatever, it's pretty important to understand what's the fund, the investment thesis that you have against. And as from mom experience, there were some calls in which she was talking to people that either didn't state clearly what their investment thesis was on their website, and we're talking about professional investors here. We're not talking about angel investors that don't have a clear obligation to disclose it, or actually they don't do it for as a job, so they don't do it for a living. It's just something that they might do just on the side, or they just have some money to invest, right? And so the boundaries are a bit more blurred. But the actual thing is that sometimes you just find yourself in calls in which you could potentially have avoided, as for a waste of time of both you and the potential investor, because you haven't asked in the first place, what's your investment thesis? Which is kind of easy because, again, not every time the investment thesis actually reflects what these people are actually doing. Sometimes they would just invest in stuff that's similar to what they already invested in, which is usually sometimes the case. But usually it's pretty evident also from their portfolio. It's pretty clear where these funds stand. Now, it's not also from investing when they disclose it. So it's not obvious and it's not 100% clear, but it gives you a great, so to speak, approximation of what really could be the potential fit between you and these people. And now it's important even when you are looking to invest your own money, your own resources, because if you think about it, you just have so many things you're willing to endure. For example, Your hobbies might include physical activity or not. They might include interacting with somebody else in person or not. They might include, I don't know, some type of charity element to it, or they might not. They might make you some money. I'm sorry. Or they might not. It really depends. On what it depends, on what you actually fucking want. So there is no golden rule with that, and I don't want to get in too deep in that. I just want to say that it might be possible for this podcast to really just feature yet once again something that is related to investment thesis, but it's not the topic of this one. And so please, as a friendly reminder for you, always remember that when you are actually dealing with investors, the first thing you need to understand is, first off, do they have the money? But that you can understand later on, is what is their investment thesis. So if they ask you, what is, your do you have any questions? And you need to ask, what's your investment thesis? Or maybe you want to go on the website and say, hey, okay, I just saw this. What's the real deal about this? Like, what is the actual thesis? What the fuck are you investing in? This is something that we usually don't do as much, and I don't know. I, to be honest, don't know why. But humans, please do it. You're gonna waste so much less time if you do this. And from an angel investor side, please try not to approach investing as, oh my god, I like this company, I'm gonna invest in them. What's the rationale behind it? A business plan is not enough. The looks and the likes of the founder are not enough. Everything is potentially not enough. So please take into consideration just at least drafting a couple of points, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Mom did this a year ago, almost, even a bit more maybe. But she didn't. It was not something that she was planning to do so soon. But sometimes things happen, and if you plan for it before, it's better. Just like in this freaking example. So this was the podcast for today. Let me know if you have one. What's your investment thesis? If you want to know Mom's history with the angel investment, how it came about, what were the feelings involved, how is she approaching this, and how we are developing it. And also, just a side hustle for now, so I don't want to get into deep on that. And yeah, please have an investment thesis. Like, just draft a couple of bullet points, which because in the end of the day, you need to share values with these people. You need to share time, resources, not just money. And if you don't, again, the thing is just gonna pop off at some point. So let it not be your case. There are just so many cases about this. And save a founder's life. And from a founder's standpoint, you don't want to have somebody that doesn't have you as their top first pick, second, third. Like, don't go below, okay? So, we're gonna go play at the park now. Andiamo al parco? Al parco, sì, al parco. I will send you kisses, hugs, and a bit of barks. Bye!